Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So we're just heading into spring and some of you might be looking to purchase your very first action camera. Perhaps you want to capture some of your summer adventures, maybe do some vlogging, capture some content for social media, and you might be wondering what action camera you should choose. There's some really good options available on the market, something like the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, the DJI Osmo Action 6, and the GoPro Hero 13 Black. Now, my personal favorite action cameras, the two that I tend to use the most, is my Action 6 and the Ace Pro 2. GoPros are really good. There's no denying they probably have some of the best video quality that you can capture on an action camera. But it is starting to fall a little bit behind when it comes to features and even reliability, and that can be an important thing to consider as well. A lot of people have problems with their GoPro with overheating, freezing up, locking up, losing footage. I've experienced that myself numerous times. Now, that's kind of subjective. Not everybody has those issues, but I can only talk about experiences that I have had. So primarily in this video, we're going to be comparing the DJI Osmo Action 6 and the Ace Pro 2, as these are the two that I highly recommend. Now, we will be talking about the GoPro a little bit as we go along, and perhaps do a few comparisons of it as well. Now, we're going to cover some of the key selling points of each camera, where they excel, and then we're going to do some side-by-side footage, just so you can get a feel of what each one offers. Now, if we take a look at the physical attributes of each camera, you can see that the Osmo Action 6 is a little bit smaller. For some people that might be important, for others it may not be as important. They're both a high quality build and extremely durable. One nice bonus feature of the Ace Pro 2 is that you can get it in a white variation as well. So that's going to boil down to your own personal preference. All three cameras support magnetic mounting. The Ace Pro 2 has a nice magnetic mount. It's extremely solid and reliable, as does the Osmo Action 6. And even most recently with the GoPro Hero 13 Black, they did introduce magnetic mounting as well. With the GoPro, you will have to purchase your own magnetic mounts. They do not come with it when you purchase it. Whereas the Action 6 and the Ace Pro 2 both come with magnetic mounts right in the box. Now, when it comes to getting a front-facing preview, both the Osmo Action 6 and the Ace Pro 2 do it a little bit differently. The Osmo Action 6 has a built-in screen on the front. It's a touch screen. You can get a visual preview if you're doing vlogging, or you have this mounted out in front of you. It's great for lining up shots. And because it is a touch screen, you can actually change all your settings on it. Now, the Ace Pro 2 does it a little bit differently. On the back here, we have a large touch screen for getting previews, changing settings. And if you want a front-facing preview, you simply just have to fold the screen up. And then when it's mounted, you have a nice large screen. Both methods have their pros and cons. With the Insta360, when you have it folded out, you have a much larger preview than the DJI one. The downfall to it, however, is that you do have to fold it out every time you want a front-facing preview. And that's not always convenient because it does make it a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bulkier when it's folded out, but it does give you a nice large preview. Whereas the DJI preview screen is quite a bit smaller, but it's always there, it's always on. You don't have to fold the screen out. So that will boil down to personal preference, what method you prefer. Now, both cameras offer a lens system, so if you want to expand the capabilities even further, the DJI Osmo Action 6 has a widescreen lens. They call it their boost lens, and they have a macro lens. Both lenses are automatically detected as soon as you attach them, so you don't actually have to go in and change any settings. Insta360 has a lens system as well. They actually have more variety. They have a macro lens, or a close-up lens they call it. They have a wide-angle lens, and they have a cinematic lens. So you do have more variety when it comes to attaching lenses to your action camera with the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. However, with it, the lenses are not auto-detecting, so you do have to go into the settings and tell it what lens you have installed. Both work extremely well. You do get a little bit more variety, a little bit more choice with your Ace Pro 2. GoPros have a nice lens system as well. They have a widescreen lens, a macro lens, they have an anamorphic lens, and with GoPro, the lenses are auto-detecting as well, so you don't actually have to go in and change any settings. And with it, the ND filters are even auto-detected, so that's a nice bonus of it as well. Now, another important thing to consider when choosing an action camera is battery performance. Both the Ace Pro 2 and the DJI Osmo Action 6 feature quick charging. That means when you plug the camera in, you can have your batteries up to about 80% in about 20 minutes. And that can be extremely important if you're doing a lot of capturing throughout a day. You can plug it into a power bank and have it topped off very quickly. GoPros have not adopted quick charging as of yet, and their batteries take significantly longer to charge. It can take upwards of 2 hours to get a full charge on a battery. Insta360 Ace Pro 2 has an 1800 milliamp hour battery, and according to the manufacturer, you can get about 3 hours of record time, recording at 1080. The DJI has a battery size of 1950 milliamp hours, and according to DJI, you can get about 4 hours of recording filming at 1080. Of course, if you're filming in 4K, that will be significantly reduced. The other nice benefit of the Osmo Action 6, again, just like their magnetic mounting system, their batteries are interchangeable with a lot of their products. So the Osmo Action 6 batteries will work in your Action 4, Action 5. It'll even work in the new Osmo 360. So that's actually a really nice feature. The batteries are compatible with many of their cameras, whereas with the Ace Pro 2, they're really designed just for this specific camera. So just something to keep in mind as well. Now we'll go over a few specs here because they're actually very similar in how they function, and then we're going to get into some of the specific features of each camera, things that make it stand out over some of the competition. Both the Ace Pro 2 and the Osmo Action 6 can capture in up to 8K resolution. They're both capable of up to 13.5 stops of dynamic range, and they can both capture in slow motion at 4K 120 frames per second. Due to the extremely fast processors on these cameras, they both do extremely well in low lit scenarios. Insta360 has a night mode called Pure Shot. DJI has something called Super Night Mode. For the most part, both cameras, the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 and the DJI Osmo Action 6, do an excellent job when capturing in low light scenarios. As you can see by this side-by-side example, they both do a pretty good job. DJI does have a slight edge. You can see there's a little bit more detail in some of the really dark areas, and that's mainly due to its lower f2.0 aperture that it can achieve when capturing low light content. But really, for the most part, they both do a great job. If you're going to be filming in low light, and not necessarily just at night, but under dark tree canopies, sunrise, sunset, interiors, you probably want to avoid the GoPro Hero 13 Black, as it does not perform very well in low light situations. It does not have any dedicated night mode. Both the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 and the Action 6 offer a 2x lossless zoom. So if you are going to be zooming in 2 times to get a little bit closer to the action, you're not really going to lose any quality. However, the Insta360 has a slight edge when it comes to the 2x lossless zoom, and that is you can actually zoom in while recording. You don't actually have to stop the recording like the DJI one. You could be filming in 1x zoom, then tap the 2x zoom button, and it will automatically zoom in while recording. Whereas the DJI Osmo Action 6, if you want to switch from 1x to 2x, you do have to stop your recording. You cannot zoom in while recording. When it comes to filming in a flat color profile, both cameras offer a flat color profile. Insta360 has iLog, whereas the Action 6 comes with D-Log-M. Now, most people do prefer D-Log-M for color grading, but again, that's going to boil down to personal preference. One added feature or bonus of the Osmo Action 6, however, is that you can film in a 10-bit color profile, whereas the Ace Pro 2 only supports 8-bit. Both cameras feature gesture control and voice control, which can be really convenient in some situations. So let's talk about some unique features of each camera now, things that really make that particular camera stand out. Now, one standout feature of the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is that it does feature Leica lenses. Leica is a really well-known, high-quality camera system. One thing with action cameras is that you get a lot of light flares just due to the wide-angle nature of the lens, but with the Leica lenses, that does tend to be substantially less. So here is an example of that. These were shot at the exact same time, side by side. And this is a difficult shot because the sun is right there facing directly into the lens. And you can see we are getting some light streaks in the image, but the Insta360 with the Leica lenses aren't quite as bad. We get a little bit there, but if you look at the DJI at the top right hand side, you can see we get some extra light flaring there, and there's some coming across the screen there. Now with the Leica lenses, it's not going to get rid of it completely. You're still going to get some of those weird light orbs depending on the angle of the sun, but with the Leica lenses, it is significantly less. Another nice feature of the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is that we can actually cancel a recording. So if you're out recording and after a while you decide what you're recording you don't want to keep, you can just press and hold on the shutter button, and that's going to cancel the recording so it doesn't get saved to the memory card. That saves you having to go in and manually delete it. So that is actually a handy feature. The other thing is with it, we can actually pause a recording. So you can see at the bottom here, we have our recording meter telling us how long we've been recording for, but we can tap on that. And as you can see, the recording is now paused. So if the action is stopped for a minute, you can pause the recording. And then when you're ready to resume, just tap on it again, and then it will continue recording, and you're only going to be left with one file. And what's really interesting is you can actually go into your gallery and you can select any one of these files and you can start recording at the end of it. So if you're recording something the day before and you just want to continue on that same video file, you can do so easily. Again, another nice feature. The Insta360 Ace Pro 2 has a built-in windscreen that is removable. That can really help cut back on unwanted wind noise, especially if you're doing anything with a lot of speed. You're on a bike, skateboard, a scooter. That will help still capture the ambient noise, but get rid of a lot of the wind noise. The Ace Pro 2 has 17 color profiles, so if you want to get a little bit creative with your photography or capturing video, they have 17 different color profiles, including ones from Leica. Now DJI does have something similar. They call it film tones. But with DJI, you only have 6 to choose from. Now, another really nice feature of the Ace Pro 2 is something called AI Assistant. And with it, it can actually analyze the footage right on camera. You don't have to bring it into the app in order to analyze it. And what that allows is to pick out some of the best moments of a video clip. So if you've been recording for 10 minutes, it's going to highlight and mark the interesting moments. And the nice thing about it is when it comes time to export the footage, you can export just those highlighted clips. You don't have to export the whole 10-minute video. It'll just export anything that it is marked as interesting. And not only that, you can combine them into one clip, and that way everything is ready to go in one simple file. It's actually a really interesting feature, and it's something that I've actually used quite a bit. Now, of course, your Action 6 has some really nice, unique features as well. First of all, it comes with built-in 50 gigabytes of storage. Although 50 gigabytes is not a lot, it does come in really handy if you filled up your memory card without capturing. Even better if you've forgotten a memory card, which I've done myself several times, you still have 50 gigabytes of built-in storage that you can work with. So that actually is a nice feature. When it comes to connecting a microphone, a wireless microphone, the Osmo Action 6 definitely has the advantage. The Ace Pro 2 does have the option of connecting a Bluetooth microphone. Insta360 sells their Air microphone, which does work well, has nice audio quality. But with the Osmo Action 6, it just, in my opinion, works better. It's more robust. It gives you more option of changing and adjusting your audio settings. And with it, you can actually connect up to 2 different microphones. So if you're going to be using your camera for vlogging, or you just want really good, flexible audio solutions, the Osmo Action 6 is a great choice. The Osmo Action 6 also has a color temperature sensor built right into the front there, so that can allow for more accurate colors in complex situations. It can help prevent flickering and color shifting, so that actually is a really nice feature as well. Now the Osmo Action 6 also has subject tracking, and again, for vlogging, it can be really handy. If you're using the camera for vlogging and you have it pointed at you, it will always keep you centered as long as you have the camera generally pointed in your direction. So that's great for vlogging because you don't have to worry about making sure everything is always lined up perfectly. You can focus on what you're talking about and know that everything is going to be lined up nicely. The only caveat to it is that it can only record at a max resolution of 2.7K, but still a nice feature. Now, in my opinion, one of the biggest advantages of the Osmo Action 6 is the ability to capture in a square aspect. That was one of the new features of the Osmo Action 6 is that it has a square sensor, a 1/1.1 inch sensor, and that can be really important for people who are capturing from multiple platforms. If you need vertical content and you need horizontal content, You can film once in a square aspect, and right within the DJI Mimo app, you can crop it to vertical or horizontal depending on what platform you're going to be uploading to. On top of that, if you just want to film in, say, horizontal, and then you want to film in vertical, you can set a horizontal crop or a vertical crop right on the camera. You don't have to physically rotate your camera and mount it vertically, and then change it back to horizontal if you want horizontal content. All of that can be done right within the menu system, which again is a really nice feature. With the Ace Pro 2, if you want vertical content, you will have to rotate the camera and mount it vertically, and you will have to purchase some form of vertical mount, as it does not come with any type of vertical mount. So that is one area where the Osmo Action 6 has the advantage. So those are the main selling points. Now, when it comes to accessories and things that can expand the usability of your camera, both cameras have a nice ecosystem of mounts and accessories. The Insta360, however, I find goes a little bit further. They have some really unique accessories, including an SSD that they just launched that can plug into the side of the camera, allows you to record directly to an SSD drive, and that way the content is ready for editing. They have a pocket printer that allows you to print photos directly from the camera. You don't even have to upload the footage. You can just print them directly off the camera. And they have a nice variety of frames and grips for it. They have a basic Explorer grip, which is really nice. But they also introduced recently their Pro grip, which basically turns your action camera into a point and shoot camera. The grip is integrated right into the camera with the controls. It adds extra battery power with its built-in battery. So if you're going to be doing a lot of handheld filming, a lot of street photography, they have some really nice accessories to expand the camera's capabilities. There are a lot of third-party grips and mounts for the Osmo Action 6. However, they're not quite as advanced as the Pro grip for the Ace Pro 2. So I'm just going to play some side-by-side footage here in a variety of scenarios. Some of these clips were captured on different days, so the lighting is going to be different, but it should give you a general feel of what each one is capable of. So as you can see in that comparison footage, both cameras, the Ace Pro 2 and the DJI Osmo Action 6, do a really good job. And it really doesn't matter which one you choose. At the end of the day, they're both great cameras and you will be happy with your purchase. And just as a heads up, Insta360 is running their spring sale, and you can get this actually about $100 cheaper than you can the Osmo Action 6. So it's coming in at a really good deal. Of course, that's going to depend on when you're watching this video. It is for a limited time only, but I just wanted to point that out. I'll include the links to all these cameras down in the description, including the sale price on Amazon for the Ace Pro 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it had value. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.